Good evening, good evening, good evening. Noswaith that. It's Farmer Ben here. A little weary, a little coldy. Busy week at work. So far, cold's getting me down. Anyway, never mind. Let's not dwell on my problems because that's not what we're here for. We are going to dwell on somebody else's problems, namely whoever I'm going to attack. We are going into a raid tournament. Excuse the snuffling. I'm sorry. 5-star rush attack. Now, rush attack is always an interesting one. Now, I'm very blessed now that I have Mother North. She has been a real saviour for me so far. When I look at my team, I can see that I have I've lost 1 out of 10. So that's 9 wins and 1 defeat in attack, and 3 wins and 1 defeat on defence. So I'm pretty pleased with my standings currently. Top 10% to begin with. Not too bad. My team, I went with Vivica, who's painfully slow at times, but she's done me a good job. 3 reds because no blues are allowed, so they can't colour stack against them, with Kagan in the centre because he boosts the mana of the other 2, so it makes me even more dangerous. And then lastly, Mother North tucked away on the flank to hopefully at times bring people back from the dead, and certainly on my attacks she's done it a few times. So let's see if I can continue my lucky streak or whether I am cursed, and I may be cursed because this team have got Gravemaker as a tank. Gravemaker, the only thing I would say as a criticism of him, and it's not a massive one, is that he already has fast mana anyway, so it's not going to make a huge amount of difference moving forward. So this one's probably going to come down very much to the screen and a bit of luck for me or them. Interesting. So as ever, I take a bit of time to look at the screen before I make my first move. I'm may as well fire. I'm going to go for this. Let's knock this through. I'm going to go for some reds into Gravemaker. I can see already that this is not looking amazing. You can hear me thinking as I'm going. I want Vivica ready, really, because she's the best defence I have against Gravemaker when he goes off, which he almost invariably will. I'm saving Mother North for a moment. Probably won't save her for too much longer, because the last thing I want is her to accidentally die whilst her mana's fully charged. Hopefully this will finish Gravemaker off, this move here. Boom. Boom, boom, boom. Right, now I think is the time to use Mother North. Whilst, admittedly, I'm not bringing anyone back to life, which is a shame. Kagan can fire over here. I will risk my Elena, although obviously I am putting a lot of... she's going to hurt herself because of the perfect riposte. Up, go down the middle. That doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Vivica can go off and heal everyone. I will up, go down the middle again with those red ones. I like up, go down the middle. It doesn't make any sense, but I might stick with it. Yeah, he should more or less... Oh, he didn't quite kill himself, but he should more or less. Few of my guys now looking decidedly dicey, although so are theirs. So let's see if I can... Hopefully, Elena's not finished him off, which is a shame. I don't know if this move will do it. No, they are going to... Let's hope... Oh, that was lucky. They have a reviver as well, obviously in the shape of Aldrich, the popular Albie, who was always the first reviver to come back. Oh, there's Elena's killed herself because of the perfect riposte, which my Elena put up, which is always fun. And I can fire this one off. No, let's be honest, I'm pretty confident I've won this one now. Good though Mariana is, she can't take out my whole team. She's not one of the heroes that can do it. There's only a few that can, and even them it's pretty tough with a reasonably sort of strong team of 5 stars. So that was my first win. Kunshan is annoying. No two ways about it. He's not one of my friends. I don't like him very much. Probably the second best tank in the game. I haven't met any Guinevere tanks yet, thinking about it. So I'm going to take 2 yellows. You can see that they are maxed out with their... Well, I say maxed out. They have got tons of talent emblems on their heroes. Very strong team. Gravemaker as well, very strong. 2 greens. Mother North and this fellow whose name eludes me, but I'm going to call him Kingston. I need to call him Barrington. Kingston he is. So let's see how we get on. Boom, 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 boom. May as well go for the purple 5 in a row. It's not the best colour to be firing into Kunshan, obviously, but at the same time, I at least do have a purple hero who can use it. Kunshan goes off, and we're all dead. Kunshan, obviously, he is very, very annoying. He puts up that defense against. He puts up that mana shield reduction, and is generally a horrible person. He has smelly hair and smelly feet. Not that I'm being childish. So he has gone off again. And once again, all my heroes have got reduced armour, which is really annoying. I may as well have some little elf minions to hit him as well. And my yellows, this is going to be tough. Basically, I have a feeling this is going to be a whole raid spent with me trying to hurt Kunshan and failing. And then Kunshan going off and undoing all the damage that I've done, which is why he's quite so dangerous, whilst the rest of his team slowly destroy me, or quickly destroy me, as may be the case. So, yep, that's pretty much where we're at the moment. Probably should have just taken the risk and triple colour stack yellows. Probably would have may have made no difference, because I haven't exactly been overwhelmed with yellows anyway. But I think there's no way I'm going to be beating Kunshan at the minute, because every time I nearly finish him off, he goes off again, and I think that's just going to be a bit of a theme for this one, which is annoying. But there we go. He is a horrible, horrible tank to fight, and I think on this occasion he is going to be the death of me. I may, if I'm very lucky, Mother North may undo some of his worst impulses, as it were. Let's see if Mother North can bring back. No, she doesn't bring back Kargan, which would have been handy, but at least she's keeping everyone else alive a little bit. I can undo Kunshan's armour down thing for a moment, although it is only for a moment, because he'll go off again in about another 10 seconds. Mother North will go off now. Boom, 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 boom. Kingston's gone off, but he's missed because I blinded him. At least Justice's blinding thing worked well for me there. Mother North goes off. This is the standard cycle. Really, I need a ton of yellows to hit Kunshan, plus then, like, with one or two of my better heroes going off as well. I can't see that happening. Every time I try, his mana will just reset my woefully weak attempts to break him down. This is, oh no, oh, Vivica. Well, let's hope come on, you can do it, Mother North. Oh yes, that's what I'm talking about. Mother North brings them all back to life, changes the system once again, puts the boot back on my foot-ish. Quite a lot of damage done there. It's not going to be enough to finish Kunshan off. I may as well fire off this and just hope against hope that that works out. Now Kunshan will go off again. I can't stop it. Cannot stop it. I can use Vivica to keep this going. This is like an epic ongoing battle. This one is raging away. Look how tough he is. Blimey O'Reilly. It's like you throw everything at him, everything in the kitchen sink, and he is still standing. Really frustrating. Not much I seem to be able to do about this. I don't know if these go to a tiebreaker if you keep going. I mean, one would hope so eventually, because that's kind of where this, I could see this headed, just to be a case of who can withstand the most. There's no way I'm finishing, or at least seems to be no way I'm going to finish Kunshan off, and no way I seem to be able to finish off anybody else either. It's whether it might be worth me trying to target Gravemaker instead. The trouble is most of the mana is slamming into Kunshan, so Kunshan gets to be recharged like every couple of turns. I don't think there's any point in trying to target anyone else either. I mean, maybe I should. I don't know. Kunshan, his manners are nearly back up to full already. Nobody. Oh, dearie me! This is going to be one of those very long, very painful round in circle attacks. 5 minutes left. I think it will probably end with the time running out at the minute. It's hard to see any other way it's going to end. I cannot break down Kunshan's defences, so I think this is going to be crucial. I think next time if I was to do this again, I would have taken 3 yellows, because then at least my yellow tiles might just have done enough damage that Kunshan did not keep himself fully healed like all the time, which is essentially where we are at the moment. I'm going to try, and it's probably... Oh, there we are. No, it's never mind. About to say I'm going to try just storing up so that my 3 attackers, Justice and... Demisha and Kargan all go off at once. There's no point in trying that now, obviously, because at least one of them's dead. Sorry, no, not them dead, but my healers are dead, who are the ones who are basically keeping me in the game. I am going to lose this, obviously. Bit of a learning curve. I think when facing Kagan, even on this kind of thing, you just have to take a big chance. It's Kagan? No, I'm not. No, Kunshan. Sorry. When facing Kunshan, you just have to go all out with the yellows, because I've lost this, so I'm not even going to get any points for this game at all. Never mind. I may as well just. I was about to say I'll hit Flea, but I've already been killed. Never mind. Incidentally, I am fighting my cold with a bottle of rum, which is probably not the best way to fight a cold, but it seems a good option. This monkey chap, this fellow in the king's outfit. What is his name? The cheeky little monkey. I can't think of his name. Yunnan, yeah, he's all right. Usual. This guy's, not a bad team. Kunshan again, tucked away in the corner. At least this Kunshan is tucked away in the corner. I personally would have put him as a tank rather than Yunnan. If you've got Kunshan, he is an awesome tank. He's all right wherever you put him. But in terms of being, his best position to me. I mean, well, you saw in that last raid quite how hard it was for me to break Yunnan down, or try to break Yunnan down, because I basically utterly failed. I'm going to leave Vivica for a turn, the reason being that I know that Yunnan's attack does damage over time, but I don't believe you can remove the everlasting wound he puts up. So I'm going to hold fire for a second, although, that said, I may as well remove the damage over time. So I've removed the damage over time. It's not done a massive amount of healing, but then I've still got a yellow gem, which hopefully will recharge Vivica. There we are. So because I could see I had a recharge, I may as well use it. Justice goes off and blinds everyone, but luckily for me, Vivica undoes the blinding. I am going to use Mother North to get my little minions up. I like the little minions. They mess everything around. Elena now will probably mean that when Aslar does go off, which he will do this turn, almost certainly means that he will kill himself, which is rather pleasant from my point of view. Let's do. So as I say, it's always fairly cerebral. It's trying to get your guys ready first before the attacks come in. I know I've lost a raid. The raid I've lost, I've talked about, I think, why I lost it, which is, to me, is just a bit of a learning curve. I think with my point would be that with Kunshan, you just have to risk taking more yellows than you normally would. You could possibly get away with it if you had enough snipers, but his healing power is so fast, especially when it is on like fast mana raids. To me, it is very tough. Justice he's going to seriously hurt himself. Oh, he did kill himself. I wasn't sure if he'd go as far as killing himself there with the Perfect Riposte. The Perfect Riposte is, as I say, one of my favourite skills. I prefer it, though, on attack rather than defence, because it means that I can get the computer to... the computer AI is pretty weak at times, and I can let it kill itself, which is always good fun. Now I'm going to be trying, by and large, to avoid hitting Kunshan, because the last thing I want to do is give him tons of mana. I may risk hitting him with a few tiles, because sometimes it's a bit unavoidable, but I will try and limit the number of tiles hitting him. This is the difference between Kunshan as a tank, and I mean, you all saw quite how annoying and how basically I couldn't kill him when he was a tank because I still had the rest of his team behind him, and when he's out on the flank, because now, although he is still fairly dangerous and fairly good at healing, I can avoid throwing tiles at him that are going to charge his mana. Now I can see his mana is going to go up next turn anyway, so I may as well hit him with some reds. This might finish him off with a bit of luck. Not quite, but even though I haven't finished him off, I know really that I'm now in a much stronger position because I can just... So Mother North can go off, so I know I've got loads of little minions hitting him. I mean, they're not going to do a massive amount of damage, but they're still hitting him. And I'm charging up my mana without charging up his by firing tiles off into space, so ghosting tiles. So now I've got all of my attacking heroes ready, and I can just go bing, 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 and Kunshan die. So this is why you should put Kunshan as a tank, not on the flank. He would have been a much better tank than... I can't even remember who their tank was. He just got killed, didn't he? Must have been somebody Greek. Oh, Yunnan, sorry. Yeah, so Kunshan, second best tank in the game by most people's reckoning. Put him as a tank, don't put him on the flank. What's his name? Bruce Lee. I know he's not Bruce Lee, but that's what that's how everyone calls him. So I will take 2 purples. Now, because it's fast mana, tricky one whether to go with Quintus or Oberkan. I am going to go for Quintus because I've already got Sniper and I hit 3, so I may as well hit all. And because they all have fast mana. Oh, hang on. I will, however, give him fast mana troops. Makes the mana even quicker. I would generally say that I prefer fast mana troops over critical hit troops. I don't know how everybody else feels about that. I'm not sure. I would say go fast mana myself. It's not a great screen. The screen worries me here more than I think anything else. Oh, that's handy. Well, I may as well fire these blues up the middle. I wouldn't normally, but the moves are just not calling out to me at the minute. It's the way it goes sometimes. I've got a feeling I am destined to lose this one, but we shall see. I'm going to take a chance and hold Mother North for now. Might regret it. Who knows? Yeah, I'm going to go for this yellow move up the middle with some purples backing it up. Now this is going to be the key attack probably. If he's not. Oh, there we go. So Quintus is dead. That doesn't surprise me. I'm going to do Mother North first. Let's see if you can bring anyone back to life. Very nice, thank you, Mother North. This is the beauty of Mother North, basically. There we are, she brought everyone back to life. Quintus can go off. Now his health is reasonably good as well because Vivica has gone off after Mother North. I am not going to hit Bruce Lee. You never hit Bruce Lee because he'll punch you back. No, I'm not going to hit Bruce Lee because he is going to die from this move. Au revoir. Why you not harm? Good film, Enter the Dragon. Getting off topic again. Oh, I know I digress. Pew! Vivica can go off. Boom, 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 boom. So yeah, looking pretty promising this raid. Pretty promising indeed. Now, Mariana, not a bad attacker, a good sniper. I like Mariana a lot. Normally, I'd be more worried about it, but because of the speed that Vivica can now remove status ailments, she's not as dangerous as she would normally be. I've possibly just done this attack in the wrong order, which could have cost me more than it has because it's quite fairly late in the game. But I probably should have used Domitia before Quintus because Domitia will remove the armor buff. Which Mariana had. So it's always worth removing buffs before attacking, generally speaking. Mariana, just I may as well have some more little minions. Come on, little elves. I think this I don't think Kagan will necessarily finish Mariana off, but I can guarantee Demisha will. Excuse me with my coughing and snuffling and wheezing again. I do apologise. Madness going on all around. Tiles are flying. So there, Vivica will go off again. This is on a normal mission. This could be quite troublesome that their Vivica is going off and so on and so forth. But because of the fast mana that all of my heroes have, it gives me a lot of flexibility. I would still generally on the fast mana tournaments, like I've done here, recommend you take a sniper. There is an argument that Quintus here. So Quintus will go off and will do an awful lot of damage. To lots of heroes. In terms of the overall amount of damage he does, he will beat a sniper. But it's still worth, I think, having a sniper for the speed that the sniper, the pinpoint accuracy the sniper brings in, because all of the heroes now have the same mana speed. Excuse me, sniffling again. I'm so sorry. Bad sniffling. And there we go. Whitesnake, who I think incidentally are playing in Cardiff in the summer, but we hopefully going to go and see him. Anyway, moving forward, or hopefully moving forward if my phone will let me. We're going into my last attack, if my phone will let me. Thank you. Still top 5. I thought I might make top 1% by that one. Mind you, it's been a bit slow, so I possibly have. Ooh, what are we doing, phone? What are we doing? What are we doing? Oh, okay, interesting. Delilah. Why, Delilah? Yeah, a good tank. Not a bad choice of tank. Yeah, no, she's all right. She's dangerous. Her minions can be very annoying. She can be very annoying. The fast mana might make her incredibly annoying. I don't know if it's at the point where I should be thinking about 3 purples. I possibly should. Let me think. I've come out to just think for a moment. Thinking. Okay, yes, no, I've had a think. Now, I don't want to get stuck into the same position I got with Kunshan, where I have somebody who's a strong healer in the middle who just keeps healing themselves. That would drive me mad. So I am going to swap Kagan for Oberkan. Now, it's a controversial move. It means I'm very reliant on a decent purple screen. But if I can get a decent purple screen, with a bit of luck, I can finish Delilah off, whatever happens. And I've got 2 healers to provide resilience to my own team. It is a risk. No 2 ways about it. Going 3-1-1 is always... Well, I mean, it depends, like, relative team powers and everything else. A 3-1-1 can let you punch quite hard. It's really going to come down to a lot of luck, really. I'm not going to do Vivica just yet. Typically enough, of course, there are tons and tons and tons of red tiles this time round, which would have been handy. You'll see that I've been holding off on Vivica. It's a bit of a risk. Zelene is about to go off. Zelene is a very tough and annoying hero. One of the most underrated heroes in the game, in my opinion. She's awesome. She will go off and do a massive amount of damage to me. Bang. And all my heroes are now weak, which is really annoying, which is what I was saving Vivica for, because Vivica will remove said weakness and make everybody strong again. So that is the main reason I hadn't used Vivica's special skill prior to that point. Now you'll see here, I'm hoping that you will hopefully be able to demonstrate here how I've responded differently to a yellow healing tank than I did when I was facing Kunshan, because although I am quite certain that I won't finish off Delilah, I'm reasonably certain that this move will. There we go. So I've broken down their tank, which was obviously the problem that I had with Kunshan. So that was the risk, the sort of qualified risk that I took, and it's paid off for me quite nicely here. At least, I mean, it doesn't mean I'm going to win, still. Now I'm in that kind of catch-22. Zelene is about to go off, but I think she will kill anybody if I don't do this set off Vivica now. So I'm going to set off Vivica, even though I know it, ideally I would prefer to do it just after Zelene would go off. I'd rather not lose everything. Oh, luckily I've got enough mana to get Zelene, Vivica back up again anyway, which is quite handy. That could have been really, really annoying. Right, sorry, sniffling again. Blooming cold. Right, Mother North may as well go off now. Some minions would be handy. Let me see. Let's try and get my purple heroes ready again. So I will go Quintus first, because Quintus is the most, will do a lot. I will go Oberkhan. Hopefully he will finish off Zelene, who as I say, is one of my... I still think one of the most underrated heroes in the game. She's definitely one of the best. Really hate her, fighting her. And Zelene is now dead. And that opens things up a little bit. I must admit, I'm loving having Mother North. The difference she's making is phenomenal. There we go. May as well use my yellows. My yellows ear. I am obviously having three colours that only three colours that work is a bit limiting. It doesn't matter quite so much, I think, in these tournaments, because you've only got 4 colours to choose from anyway. So choosing 3 of them, I guess, doesn't feel quite as impactful as when you've chosen not to use 5 colours. Oh, Vivica is dead. No. Can we bring her back, Mother North? Mother North goes, oh, and Vivica's back alive. Gotta love Mother North, okay. Actually, I say you gotta love Mother North. I used to absolutely hate Mother North. Now that I have Mother North, I really like it. However, before I had her, I used to hate her with a passion. Loved with a passion called hate, and what you give is what you get. Very musical tonight, I don't quite know why. Something to do, it's not to do with the rum, I've only had one, so... Anyway, never mind, let's not dwell. Let's not bicker and argue about who killed who and whatever else. So, I may as well finish off Oberkhan. Bye-bye, Oberkhan. And that just leaves me facing Thothamoon, is it? Thothamoon, I got it right. Hey, there you go. Not a bad hero. I think he was the first one they introduced who could like summon a minion. And his little skeleton minions, they're not particularly dangerous. He is, yeah, he's not one of my rated heroes, so to speak. He must know that he is doomed Captain Mainwaring. And there we go. So, yeah, pretty successful, really. I can't complain about that too much. So I lost one, but I learned from the one I lost. So when I faced Kunshan, I took 2 yellows against him, and obviously the tile damage was not doing enough. He was healing himself too quickly. I think the same probably would have happened with Delilah had I not swapped to have 3 purples against her. So it's perhaps worth, when you've got a strong healer in the middle, going with the 3-1-1 route, especially if you've got a couple of strong healers like I have in Mother North and Vivica. So yeah, I can't complain about that at all. Let's see where I've come in. I'm reasonably sure I'm not going to be top 100 or anything silly like that. 961. Well, to be fair, that's not bad. I'm top 1,000 at the moment, and it's reasonably late in the day, so it's not like it's first thing and nobody else has played. I mean, I don't think I've ever been top 100 in Legendary, but yeah, I'll take that. That's pretty good. So there we go. So a reasonable series of attacks, a little bit of learning from my attacks. And some useful bits. So I hope that was some help to other people watching. A few tips and ramblings I made as I was going along. But it just remains for me to say, remember to like and subscribe. Remember that this channel is about helping other players and whatnot. That's really my main goal. So I hope I was of some use and helped you all. May death come swiftly to your enemies. This is Farmer Ben saying peace out, good night, take care everybody, bye.